It's straight in with this one. PRX on attack, Sentinels on defense, and wanna shut down B pretty heavy.
PRX just shift walking up.
Double molly setup over towards it. Oh, they force into a lot of util.
Didn't work well enough here to get past
Bro gets 22 classic kills.
Defy the last alive. And he's hunting. Zelsis just around that corner. Can Defy do anything here? Oh, absolutely not. Look at that pour on of
Okay, nicely done. Sentinels yesterday got 0 out of 6 pistols, and today they get the first one.
Trying to walk up here, play contact up towards A, but again that first exchange.
PRX lose a pistol, yeah. And I mean, they normally win their defense pistol though in their defense. Defense.
Leaderboard here. Unfortunately, beheads something Anmon yet. Takes the bite right out of this execution.
Like
flawless start here for Sentinels.
Oh damn, bro. Okay, we're starting like that.
Could have talked about potentially that aspect of coming off.
Okay, we got a hero Marshall, and that is it.
Matchup probably still fresh within the Sentinel mind, but again,
I goes in over towards A, doesn't spot anyone.
Correct all those wrongs, and back in that confident position. And a patient start here. You know who you're against is PRX. Gotta be careful, gotta be cautious. Tens. Gonna be noted early. Still sticking around though.
Flash is perfect. No, you won't actually do any damage, but does
they force them off. So they lose C control in return. They insta Prowler over towards B.
Up the dash though, so he's gonna have to slow things down a little bit as we hit the minute mark. No real pressure point for PRX to try and exploit.
That was pretty good. He's maybe a bit committed with the flash, but it's okay.
Yeah, that smoke the only thing keeping PRX safe currently.
Yeah, and now he can have flash out off the contact. That heal 3.
Close enough to do some damage for Saken though, unable to convert that to any form of kill. As Tens holds the line, giving Mindfreak something. And it was Defy still alive. Yeah, there we go. This is
no deaths as well. Okay.
Sentinels 5 alive again.
Double armor rebuy. The chance second doesn't even rebuy armor, to be honest.
Sentinels a massive cushion in terms of the funds here early on. Obviously coming to the next round with a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of the weaponry, but I mean, Sassy with a rifle, maybe an opportunity for him to get something done.
30 seconds left.
Sentinels carry this confidence across, maybe get a little proactive here.
Round to do it in.
Yep, maximize their chances of really trying to do some damage at least, but...
Okay, big buy rounds. And let's see, does Zek can rebuy armor?
I don't know if Sassy was going to send that out, maybe get some early info.
Everyone gets heavy armor, big buy rounds, and yeah, dude, even from the get-go in terms of pistols, Sentinels wanted to punish B early.
Sure, actually, if that was after the
3 people B, 2 people on the pistol, like they wanna make sure they shut down whatever B hit comes on within like the first 5 rounds, I guess.
Over towards rubble just yet.
Nothing out of the ordinary really from Sentinels here either, kind of playing it rather standard, even with those Stinger Spectres.
It's still looking nice though at the moment from PRX.
Sight now, pressured, something.
Good luck on sight.
Whoa. Overwhelmed, isolated again. These problems re-emerge, and what a chance for success now for Sen. Can't quite get the weapons, but they're in touching distance. And PRX down 2 players is a huge loss here.
Defy looking for something, but Ten's actually slipping into drop here. He's going to send the paranoia. Expecting too much of a push here, but Forsaken, the one to wrap this, will find Zelsis.
Trying to allocate some safety.
Oh, they're never going to feel comfy on this one. Do they go fast with the tap of the spike?
Limited utility left on PRX.
They've got a
similar position, a touch here and there. You can hear it just
they've got a tether if they want to rush him.
They wait poised, flooding back into the side. Mindfreak, great pick up towards Zekken, but it's still dangerous. Still a man advantage to Sentinels here. Can they close that final gap, or can Defy digging his heels? This could be huge from Mindfreak, but it's not clean on the first attempt with an opportunity.
Oh, they both went down 11 HP on this one. Nicely done from Sentinels. If I'm fully honest, there should have been a smoke here for when they hit sight. The smoke came in like, what, 2 seconds late, gave them a free angle to take the first original kill. You might see it in the replay. Yeah, we don't. I mean,
it's the perfect time
there we go.
actually for John QT
Like
to
that, see that
find
smoke that
contact.
came in there? It's
Obviously
just way
seen
too
on
late,
him.
man.
Plays in his teammate. And immediately then you see the flip all the way back into a passive hold. They want the time to run down, allow PRX to get themselves stabilized, and Sentinels.
Yeah, and this could just be a
capitalize on the
timeout
numbers
as well to
advantage.
just be like, guys,
Very
let's make
early
it.
timeout
Like if
here,
we're
Lauren.
dashing in
Yeah, this is
and the
incredibly
double
early.
duelists
I
are
mean, this has
sending
been
it,
a
the double
recurring
duelist
trend
needs
as
to
well. We've seen,
have a good time,
Alex
and when there's no
Bernard,
smoke
you know,
over towards
timeouts in the
heaven, they
first half
don't
by
have a
round
good
8,
time.
by round 9 almost.
So it might just, and if you kind of look at the pistol as well, they went a little bit, I don't know if it's like duelist issues or if it's like the actual smoke comms or
Yeah, I mean,
whatever,
there's
but
two
they
very,
need to
very
make
clear
sure that
examples of
everyone's ready to go. They
requirement
don't
to change this
go
approach.
too early and they
Something
don't
out yet, not really
actually have
finding
util
any
in
value,
place.
find themselves split in 2 rounds.
You can also definitely talk about this new setup the Sentinels are doing.
Zelsis and John
They're,
QT
they're,
play with
they're
that a
basically
little
just
bit.
doing a setup over towards A where they heavy commit, and with against a team like PRX who pretty much heavy commit most rounds,
Ridiculous.
it's gonna work well.
And the bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that again. It just kind of whips my mind back to that.
Fred,
game
thank
that
you
we
so
saw
much, man.
against
Appreciate the
JG,
6
where
months.
Sen
Appreciate
looked
the tier
really out
1.
of it, which was wild to me, right? It felt completely out of character because these guys had been just
The
on
Odin, but
money
the
all
Odin
way
doesn't
through.
work as
The question does
good
become,
against
can
this
PRX
comp,
cause
but
those
it still
same
works
issues?
good over towards tree.
So
Just
far, not been the
enemy
case.
tree
Gonna go
out,
for
tree
a,
or
you
C.
know, touch of a purchase here, not
Yeah, you
too
most
much
likely
weight
to see it
behind
over towards
Two
C instead of
stingers,
A because
Sheriffs,
the
and
A
that
Odin
bulldog
works
in the hands
good
of Mind Freak,
against like the
they need
no
to make
hill comp. I
impact,
think that's the
right?
main
As
thing.
silly as that sounds, they just
Chip
haven't
damage is just
quite
too
been
strong.
threatening enough yet.
Sure, and with 2 flawless rounds as well, something very close to his ultimate. One yet better progress, but still 3 away from the showstopper. Be crucial ultimates at a round like this, but
I like the change up from Sentinels as well. PRX do a timeout, probably talking about the util over towards A, the ones that we were talking about in terms of the kill committed util, and we switch it up and put it over towards A.
Solo hold
Sorry,
down rubble.
over towards C.
John QT and Zelsis now
Lux smoke goes in.
side by side once again. Zelsis done damage previously with this weapon. Looked fantastic with it.
He did, he really did. He made it work, looked comfortable, didn't look just, it was very
Yeah,
one-dimensional.
and when you have
Absolutely
when you have
not.
heaven
Someone
control
tries
like
to get
this, it
healed
means
up.
they can't get
Second
the
bite
good
of the cherry,
plant, so
Zelsis
they're
still
forced to
gonna
plant
catch
over
it.
towards here, still
Nice
gets a
out,
kill,
plant's coming. That's
just
not bad.
spamming
PRX
through
take
the
that.
back wall.
But can they defend it? These walls feel like paper when that gun's in play. Second, the one to find Monyet here. And we look towards the rest. Who's remaining? Forsaken, Divide, Mind Freak. Desperately trying to hold on. Didn't quite get too
Yeah,
affected
Intense
by
can
that.
open door, flash when they want to go
Nice, like, grip
close.
gets brought into play when 10
Flash
starts
now on
to play
top.
through by the door. The
Might not
flood
even
on the
need it.
site. It's there on Flawless again. Mind Freak,
Yeah,
nowhere to
handled
go.
very well. Was just a
And
low buy though,
Sentinel
so
looking genuinely flawless
don't have
here,
to
Mike.
worry too much. But yeah, the rounds have been pretty convincing.
PRX a little bit of threat to
Really
this, but
convincing. Mr. Monster, thank you so much for the
hesitancy to
gifted.
really
Appreciate that.
dig
Thank
any
you for doing
deeper.
it. Do I have
Try and
drops
convert
enabled?
that
Yeah, I
into
should
any
do.
sort of comfort here. I mean, the amount of pressure that Zelsis is applying from inside this smoke.
Yeah.
Can't really blame
PRX on
in
Lotus?
this
Yeah, it hasn't been
scenario.
what the hell is
Oh,
that?
come off it.
Hasn't been great so far. I definitely know what he said there.
Okay, at least there's a purchase now. You're going to see the rifles coming out.
Okay, big buy round goes in. We get the op out and okay, we get normal rifle. Got Raze ult, they got Omen ult if they want to do something interesting.
Yeah, no armor on Forsaken.
This eye misses a lot, man. I would actually
That's a
say
little
it
bit of a
hits just as
problem.
much as it misses.
Maybe just looking to play late here. Be the second layer to any sort of setup for something, but
Whoa.
second looking to get ahead of the curve. Caught by the
This is a
paranoia.
nice Omen flash to stop this.
Showstopper sent out, but nothing on the other end
That's
of it.
worth on paper. Sure.
No, just teetering on the edge of commitment there, but deciding against it.
One away from their own Raze ult,
One, yeah.
and with this,
Pick
they
up
could
another
potentially go
towards
get the
his
A
ult.
ult, but I
Off
haven't been
now.
watching
Very
it too
close
much. I
by
think
with
they
a
were playing
couple here.
passive the whole time, so I'd imagine it's
July,
here.
I think 2 away.
They're not going to expect an op. This is the first time I've
Just
seen
bring
Sentinels
into
have an
effect,
op,
but a
right?
different, a tangible
least on
pace
this map.
change in a very near
Like
miss
split
there.
for sure,
Tense.
but this,
Gonna note the player, but didn't quite connect.
we've seen it over
towards
towards
But
C
again, PRX
maybe,
look
but
a little lost on this one, or maybe not lost, but just adjusting their approach quite late in the round.
this is a nice
40
round from them
seconds.
so far, though.
I don't
Question
know
mark
if they're
created over
expecting to come
towards
into
here, as we
that
can
C
see.
side. We know
Heavier
that
lean
Zelsis
now.
will
They
be
open
present.
door, another
Look,
question mark created.
expecting,
Even Omen's going
Zelsis
over
to still
towards
be
here.
here.
This is nice from
Necessarily any
PRX.
clear
This is like
indications.
methodical,
Different
good
setup,
map
but-
control.
That'll be
30
the
seconds left.
confirmation for Zelsis at least.
20
PRX still
seconds. I'm a
taking
little bit
some
worried
ground,
because he
yeah.
has this gun for them planting,
Zelsis.
but
so nearby, undiscovered. He could be such a problem for them. Not this time. Monyet denies it. Great pickup.
Damn, look at the
Perfect
timings on
follow-up.
that as well.
Something
Lovely shots.
Answering back. That's 10's dealt with. That Zelsis gone. The first 2 responders to the site. And now the 3 trying to come back in are a little ways off. Zekken still alive, Sassy there, and John QT could still cause a couple of issues. Monyet goes down. The gates start to open, but the cross is being watched. Forsaken's position is excellent, as is something. Sassy, this
Surely not. He's always good for 1v4 or 1v3, but this one's a bit too hard.
And they're still posturing here, and that's it. Mind Freak.
Yeah, this was just nice though. Overall map control, early C control back over towards A, create a lot of pressure over towards A as well. Yeah, I liked it a lot. This was actually like good map control and map manipulation.
Slight overcommitment from him. Monyet's the one to punish.
And you don't really expect that from PRX, to be honest. So that's probably why Sentinels like bit so heavy on the fake pressure.
A couple of ultimates online now. Devi yet to get on the board, but Seekers here and available.
Okay, they picked up the op. They got 2 good ults. Knife skin a little bit close. Got the attack Odin as well. Defense Odin out as well.
Yeah, I was going to say an indicator maybe the PRX are happy to continue slowing things down.
This is something that Forsaken was doing a lot last time we watched him on this map, so they need to be careful when he does this cage deep that he might have taken a timing. His last game, PRX played, they just walking into B all the time. So they're kind of playing off the pressure of that as well.
Is commanding all this space. He's following that Zeke all the way he can. Gonna post it.
Yeah, this is nice though. They have to re-clear this info. And we set the op up. Great reply from John though. And Mind Freak didn't check the corner, was just so confident. I mean, why would there be a guy still holding there in his mind? PRX money reset would not be good. And yet for sure can't buy something also. Something does have knives next round.
Now information free flowing from the ult. They're gonna note it, they're gonna see it. Forsaken needs to deliver on it. He can't.
Good plant for him.
Takes him away, Devi. His moment to shine. Can he hold this? Yes,
they were not expecting him at that angle. Nicely done. Yeah, he used the gun well on this one. Made it look easy. Double kill and a 1v2. And then Money's still in contact. I guess Sentinel's Money's pretty good, right? They just haven't been losing people in the rounds they win.
PRX have been unable to find on the back of his utility here in the post plant everything that he needs to convert this round. And Odin on top. Salt in the wounds for Sentinels.
Yeah, Odin doesn't work like that, bro. Get in the Odin only deathmatch.
Feels like it's gonna be such a volatile matchup between these two. High tempo.
What it's about.
Get
this, let's get this gun nerfed.
That pace change that came in after the timeout. Once the buy came in.
That sounds horrible. Yeah, that's the whole point, man. We all embraced it. For a whole month, it will get nerfed. Think of it that way.
PRX trying to set a paranoia in motion off this spy cam. And actually, when Zekken's checked it,
and this round has been something that Sentinels have been hunting for a whoa. Can say it. Something they've been hunting for a while in terms of trying to punish the overall B hit. And that is not a punish when you go down like that. What a shot.
A second time, he's in a really awkward spot.
Smoke behind him. He's not noted any player. He's going to hear the door turn. But the question mark.
Mind Freak was on top of this, and
oh my
bro, this gun really does melt people.
Slides in and finds Mind Freak.
Killjoy all.
Not available. Yeah? Tough in the 1v2.
Yeah, it's too much,
really
I think.
Value off that. Something posted up with the operator. You can see on the X-ray here. Devi looking a little curious towards spawn as well.
I think you just got to save this one in terms of the ult.
There it goes. Didn't catch towards CT, so eliminating the options, and maybe Zelsis.
Yeah, he's thinking now he's doing what, yeah, he wants to play off that.
But it's not like Devi has turned his eyes away from this, and the potential of a taste of the own medicine waiting around this corner. Zelsis, you can hear the spam. He wants it back. He's not going to get it. Devi showing him how it's done. And PRX, they're clawing back into this after what was a near-on flawless start from Sentinels.
Odin Gaming, yeah.
Crowd wants it.
Yeah. Starting to get behind them now.
Dude, we got to see this shot from his POV though, right?
A really bizarre exchange here, but it's Mind Freak to find 2 on the back of this.
Ah, that's a shame.
Make that a third onto 10s as well.
Ball, thank you so much, man, with the 2 months. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you,
Still
dude.
considered it.
Really heads up.
If this hits, it might actually be pretty integral for this, because they're going to push close. Yeah, they're ready for it, though.
Maybe a brawl begins now, 10s. Remember, that classic in hand, what he was able to do from here.
Something in front of this. No dash anymore.
On the international stage, certainly
Okay, heard the Prowler wants to get out of there.
No test.
And with how well last round went, I wonder... Oh. I wonder if Forsaken wants to prod more over towards B.
Opener.
He does break the turret over towards B, so it creates a lot of pressure on his own.
Give anything away, actually. Something wide swings onto the angle.
I like Zek was super on top of this the whole time, and when you had C control like this, I think that makes sense.
Just result with 10s posting up a little deeper here. Zekken already hitting preemptive rotation.
Oh, Monieto!
Oh, no way. His gun blocked him for a little bit as well. It still gets it. My goodness, why is everyone just plucking everyone out of the air?
New team born here for PRX. They needed a comeback. They needed that resurgence after the start, and they got it. They got it in spades here.
Yeah, the reply back was great. Oops, that is...
That's a problem for Mind Freak. Got to be cautious now. Just about slips away before Sassy crests the corner. Trying to get involved. Trying to get a little dangerous, but only going to catch one. Leaving Zek.
Damn, nice round from Munyet, bro. Just straight up double opener.
Puts his name up in lights, puts PRX at a tied scoreline, 4 apiece.
This is interesting as well to see PRX capitalize so quickly. Something falls, you think it's almost a disaster here to lose.
Oh my god, lunatic. Top of the mound, double satchel, so we got extra height so he could like drop in. Pretty cool.
Has been capitalizing on these times they can find. Really having the
wasn't too much util behind it. He was just confident as hell.
Perfect example here. Just at the right time as well to tie things up 4 apiece.
That's just shattered the economy of Sentinels now, forcing them into a timeout. Time for the coach to check back in, see what's going on.
Alex still unhappy. No, he was. Do you know what I found funny there? Is because his keyboard, right, basically just focusing on the numbers. He's got everyone's number, right. So it'd be like 1 for something. It'll be like 2 for Monyet, 3 for Mind Freak, etc. And he was just flicking through so fast, man. And like everything's happening so fast. He was just really concentrating, trying to actually see what's going down.
Absolutely. Very lively.
He was more concentrating on what the hell was going on. Must be hard with this team when just everyone wants to take jewels all the time.
A lot of SEN fans, a lot of PRX fans.
It felt PRX favored.
It did, it did.
It did.
Maybe the cameraman's finding them for now. We'll see if it turns around. But genuinely, PRX winning the hearts and minds of everyone, I think, over the last couple of years.
And that forces them down to an eco, and considering how dominant these rounds were as well, that's pretty impressive. 4 in a row. We'll get a Bucky out. Raise ult if they get an orb.
The most heartbreaking to watch.
Yeah. Well.
Truly that any given Sunday team. Like I said though, operator back in hands for something. Blade Storm available, Seekers, the TP for Mind Freak. Plenty of tools at their disposal.
Where is the Bucky right now? Okay. Bucky rotating over towards A.
We're looking for those beginnings. Something drifting.
Dude is so low. Dude's so low prodding with
and remind yourself
with an op against an eco. What the? VNT Duran, thank you so much for the 11 months. Dude, no team is like this.
Be careful to not give that over. Sheriffs, ghosts, bits and pieces, a Bucky or 2. Oh, to be careful now. And actually, it's only him. He's drawn the entirety of SEN. Now,
yeah, nicely done, though. And that kind of ensures the question mark is here still.
To be too worried about is when
Flash goes in over towards C, doesn't hit anyone. They've worked it out.
It's looking like a very,
and
very likely round for
unorthodox as it was to do what he's doing, he did great.
Want to really contest this.
1 away from ult for the next round as well.
Slowly, rotation
They're really pulling this one back. Is an attack-sided map, though.
From SEN. I mean, Zekken's one off the showstopper, a chance to really swing this back in their favor, but it's going to take an awful lot in a 4v5. A couple of overcommitments from PRX. We haven't seen that so far. Something they want to shut down Sassy finally.
His work on the operator has been divine. Zekken, though, flies through the air, but how do you get rid of that back line? Oh, you're doing a little bit of damage.
Close, man. Some of the damage wasn't too bad.
Still breathing. PRX unaffected.
Yeah, it at least makes him rebuy some armor. Habsman, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 4 months. Thank you for the prime.
Thank you for doing that. A full house of ultimates.
If he ulted there, it would have been pure madness. But yeah, he would have got 2. But
on these gunfights,
4v4, 4v5, no guns, no space.
Even on this anti-eco here.
Riley as well, thank you with the prime. Thank you very much.
And a massive gap on the other
Or
side.
Briley, maybe. Okay, big buy rounds. We get the op over towards A again. And someone's running out to shoot this. I can see Monyet looking at it.
Previously mentioned, showstopper in hand now for Zekken.
There's a lot of ults. There's literally 8 ults online.
Looking for a response here from Sentinels.
And the adjustment looking towards A.
Yeah, and as previously noted early on, it was John QT here really layering Zelsis's utility very well.
And as soon as they find the Killjoy util, you would imagine that they're playing far back because he has ult, and you would never want to play aggro with the ult.
This could be a nice ult though coming in. That should catch a fair few.
Yeah, I think the Raze ult kind of stops them from taking map control with this as well. He needs to relax himself. What the? Thought one was close after the Seekers were getting shot so instantly. He was kind of questioning. It's like when someone shoots a drone really early, right? You're kind of thinking that someone's close. That's why they're shooting it so far.
You can already see Sen looking towards where that next flex point for PRX would be, and it is through that B side.
All goes in, no plant. They fake over towards a...
Great work from PRX. Dismantling. Oh my god. Oh, I thought he got
what is going on here? He popped Razor, by the way.
Didn't quite do the
Yeah, and it was all a bit of fake pressure, and they had no idea that he was still here. Even though we got a kill, I think they just thought he went back once they heard the plant down. Dude, they kind of wrecking them a little bit with rotates.
Sassy now has to re-clear if he even wants a chance at this.
Like the mid rounding on this was really nice.
Something to Divide resetting now, plenty of utility available. Oh, something and Divide actually, yeah. Trailblazer's going to come out very low.
Yeah, it was really cool. So they got shut down over towards A after this kill happened in terms of the Killjoy ult, right? And then they just kept calm. Just had one over towards tree holding, and then 2-person fake over towards here, 1 person waiting to see if they were going to push. And then, oh man, that was everything though. Yeah, and then just plant pressure over towards A, and just some people having confidence to keep W keying forwards.
They look deadly. And to be doing this to the likes of Zekken, who's been having
dude, all of that within the space of a round. And a round that they won.
Every single one of them, they are very solid. But a pace change potentially. Let's see what Monyet does with this.
There's no way that was all in the space of a round.
A lot of eyes just towards him. Support is there, but the spike's not committed.
Spot out here with Forsaken nearly catching.
Yeah, Forsaken's a lot more chill than he was last time we saw him play. Last time, I think it was like a confidence thing on this map as well. He was just like forcing himself in towards B, but now, then real chill. He hasn't even like tried to do anything once. He's just been breaking util, that's it.
Posture a little outside C. I mean, it's drawing Sentinels perfectly.
Yeah, so smoke comes in, blocks vision, and that creates a question mark over towards here. And yeah, this is 4 people. I mean, it's more just the fact that it's like, do you ever expect PRX to kind of play like this? They're normally pretty simple, just straight up sight hits, but they're actually just like playing the map how you're meant to play the map. Yeah, and they have over towards here, which means they can pivot over towards B, create a lot of pressure. You might see these rotates go in here, but they actually go B.
It definitely will. Yeah, with Zelsis drifting up this deep.
30 seconds. We're going to get the spike here at like 20, 22. And I'm a little bit worried. No ult for the retake, though, because obviously we had the round that followed prior to this.
The utility didn't reveal him. That time it does, so now the position is given up. Well, should be given up.
There's a big duel.
Stubborn in approach.
That's a big duel. We need to keep an eye on Zelsis. Zelsis can still win this round.
And Sen looking flat on this retake so far. They need something to set them in motion, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's what the doctor ordered.
Unless someone does the most ridiculous thing. Like,
didn't get effective for 10s. Too quick on
Yeah, nicely done. They won all the important duels there. There's like basically 2 individual duels for big bits of map control, and they won them both.
That site was ready for the taking, and PRX didn't even know it.
And it's only spotting 10s, which I guess they're identifying either Zelsis or John QT as the site anchors, but time and time again, we've seen them buddied up. It's them really stacking utility together. So the fact that they identify 10s here with Mindfreak's TP, so they're almost victims of their own success.
Yes.
Forcing everybody over towards C on the side of Sen, trying to catch a timing onto B, and like I said, Zelsis really going to be the threat in the backlines there. He can confirm.
Okay, who gets the last round? 5-7 is like the most normal
and it's just, it feels like a different game
score on
every
this
single
map.
round. You don't know quite what you're going to get
Second's
here,
a little bit
early
committed,
intent, gonna be noted for
but
something.
yeah, he's
Slipping a
been
little further
silent
in,
the
but
whole
second
time, and
check
he
on him.
walked here just
Catching
in
him
case.
Slipping through towards door. Good trade though. Monyet gonna punish 10s. Does Second get to keep his life? He does this time.
He done.
Still 2 on the site.
What did they lose? They lost smokes. Ooh.
Sen switching things up and really digging their heels in now outside rubble. Contesting this space now, slowing PRX's early round. New map here though. Second's actually repositioned in towards 3. Not been there previously. A possibility actually of comboing up here with Sassy. John QT elsewhere has found 1 second to find Mindfreak as well. Sentinels.
And a tunnel visioned a little bit here.
Yeah, looking rather likely. Devi, Monyet, at least they're going to get a heal, right? So it's him back towards fighting form. Still got the pain shell. Still got some bits and pieces to work with. Can he get played in? Sentinels thinking better of sticking around the site. Why let him hit that play? Why give him a chance? Respecting PRX. Gonna maybe work back in
30
through
seconds
stairs.
It's a good reposition. Monyet's a little bit crazy though, so he could just walk up here if he wanted to.
Monyet is trying to keep
Shouldn't,
safe.
but he could.
No response from
Yeah,
CT.
I really like this
And the
reposition
shots,
from them. We
that's
got a big
enough.
raise
Let's
nade.
raise the alarm bell. They
Yeah,
swing
that's
back
nice.
in. Devi's gone down. It's Monyet
There's
to try and do the
Sentinels played this very
13
well.
seconds, and
Like
trade
the
not gonna
whole
come
leaving
through
the
this
site,
time.
big question mark
Sen
towards the back of
tying
the
up
site, so they
score.
knew they would take a
6
while to
apiece.
kind of get rid of that, and then just regrouped and cleared everything as a unit.
From Sentinels to get the last 2 on the board.
Six
in
is
a
good
row
still on
for
defense.
PRX.
They should be a little bit gutted because obviously they were winning 4-0, but
This is another example where
in terms of PRX, they get a defense
adjust
pistol, man, it's
perfectly.
really on.
Actually, that step up in tempo, in I guess aggression, really catching Sentinels off guard and finding some beautiful reads across the map.
This is the level of game I think we both wanted to see. The best from both sides being
Absolutely.
shown here. High quality action on just the first half. I think Sideshow has something for us.
Oh boy.
It may not have looked like it, but that was a pretty successful defense half by the numbers from Sentinels. And I want to walk you back to the bonus round to try to show you how it all got started. So as you can see, bonus, low weaponry happening here. And we take a look at what the game plan is. Nobody's heard anything around rubble, so they tap this out. There's only 2 options here. When you don't hear anything rubble, it means it's a trap play, or it means that they're playing passive. They tap the door, it's certainly
Good
not a
up from
trap, otherwise
PRX,
they
yeah,
wouldn't
I mean, they
have
were
made
down
it.
so
And I
much.
want to pause here, just as we get to the second
It was
door
actually, it
opening.
gave me a good
And
amount of
highlight
belief
the
in
Killjoy
this map for
utility.
them
This
going
KJ
forward as well.
utility, not in a common spot. It's not to stop them getting into tree, it's to segment off something from the rest of the squad. So as we play this out, you'll see what
Yeah,
the
it's
game
just
plan is.
committed,
John Cutie
Util.
comes over for the fast rotate, and they know that this jet composition likes to prime dash and get into the site to break.
Is this the round with no
crossfires here.
smoke heaven?
Zelsis is
Oh
not
yeah, it
trying
is.
to fight it. They pop Nano Swarm, there's a snake bite. Look at the timing. I want to show you that again. Look at the timing of this double swing to punish something. And the other duelist coming in at the same time. It could not have been more perfect to shut down something and Monyet to open things up. Good ante, got them started with a 4-0 lead, and with a slight recovery towards the end of that, this is now Sentinels in a good spot at a 6-6 half on an attack-sided map. So they've managed to do the work, they've put in, and despite all of the best efforts,
Something didn't have to run forward that much. Yeah, but dude, if the smoke's there, he gets the kill. The smoke is there, they get the kill. Worst situation,
yeah, thank you so much for
trade.
that little reminder of how good some of these rounds have been. You know, very much early in the series, it feels like this entire
That's
match
right. That's
so
why it's one
far
of those things where it's
feels
just
you
like
could segment it in
small
different ways and take
little
totally different
things.
away from it. So many ebbs and flows to this series already, and we've only had one half and a best of 5. We're in for a treat.
But
Let's get
after
back
this round,
into the
I tell you
action.
the good thing that they did as well.
Is
After
it
that
enough?
round, they did
6
an
to 6
early
if PRX
timeout and then
hold
talked
on
about.
to this
I mean, the
scoreline?
timeout was here,
Or
right?
is this enough for
And then they just
Sentinels
got
to
this
close
afterwards.
in now further on map
Like that was like
one?
that was the last time we saw
You can
like
see
a
a little bit of
really
aggression here
obvious
from
mistake.
Yeah, alongside Mindfreak. Sniffed out pretty quickly though by Sassy. And that'll be the
Okay, PRX
whole of Sentinels
are the
on red
kings at
alert
the
now.
moment of defense pistols. Why are they the kings of the defense pistols? Because they always play with
Drifting
4
back
and they
over
always
towards
play
Rumble,
with 1.
and already 3 members of
And the
Sentinels
4
ahead of
always
it.
stick together and they
Beautiful
always
time
force
for
them into the
Sentinels to
1.
really find
And the
contact
1
on
normally
Mount.
has a good gun.
And allow a little bit of time here. Forsaken got to tread carefully here.
Yeah, he's on a platter, and I love that. Little information, that fact finder, just tapping the orb over there, drawing out
Got a
that little
kill
trap
trip over
play.
towards site
And
as
even
well.
some
Here pretty
response.
quick, though.
They have
Yeah, but they
responded
know
very
there's a
quickly.
cipher
There's 3
cage, so
on
it's
CT,
like, well, there's
make it
probably
4.
trips
They are
somewhere.
gonna go back in
Oh,
on
they
this way.
flood
Well,
early?
They might just get one. Sent on the
And
other
they
side,
ate
gonna
this
eat
flash.
the paranoia, though.
Oh
They're in
my god,
trouble.
they ate
Here's
that flash.
battle. 1-for-1 trade so far. Flash
Yeah,
gonna
keep
set it in
second the
motion.
whole
This
time,
one
20
on the other
HP,
side.
decided to
Someone
go a
goes
little
down,
bit
Mindfreak
crazy.
succeeds. They're down to just one now. Mindfreak, that's 3.
Luigi?
Needs another. They're both
low.
21 HP.
Oh, nicely done from Mind Freak. They keep up their wild win percentage on defense. I liked what Zekken did here, right? 20 HP, he decided when they flooded to just go all the way around here, and then he repositioned. He actually had a chance to win this.
Some level of contact over towards Mount.
Beautiful work from Mindfreak.
But the fact
Kills
that
him with the SEN
everyone's on the
pistol
same
as well.
page, Lauren, the call is made, and they're even here ahead of Sentinels finding the plant.
Yeah, that was unlucky. I think he only had 3 bullets or something.
Had the perfect response, right? You had that little bit of a bait over by the ult, but the second that door swings, that paranoia sent, all of that's flooded in. Brilliant. Run it,
Horse.
and they get what you thought
Oh
was
boy,
going to be the safety
3
plant. It
stingers,
wasn't the case. Somehow,
1
PRX
Bucky,
beat
and
them
they're
there.
going fast
I guess
towards
they
C,
called
and
it a game for a
Forsaken has a
reason.
trip.
Quick as
And he
hell.
put it down over towards here, so
Adjusted on
all
the
pass
fly,
and push from
very
PRX.
nicely.
This is what they used to do
Gonna buy
all
back
the
in.
time, by the way.
Setups again, I'm
They
curious
used to
what this
always put 4
continues
people in,
through the
and I remember
bar
watching a PRX,
Forsaken.
who was it?
Up on a platter here, the solo anchor
It was
towards
against
C.
FNS, I think. PRX game against FNS where they would just reactively hit over towards C if they ever went fast over towards A. Yeah, that util. Cage just faded.
But he's alive so long. Look at the rotation come through.
They're almost here. The cavalry's on the way. Bazelsis could he be the gatekeeper to this? He can keep them back. He absolutely could for the first
Whoa, that's a big kill as well.
Answer back in kind.
Second in heaven with a Bucky, and no one's come in heaven.
Rough.
Ah,
No
it's
satchels
so
there for
rough
Zekker,
for
so he
him.
has to hope somebody walks up
You got
to
a
him.
satchel?
Didn't
No
catch it on the flash,
satchel?
so maybe that position doesn't get fully
He may
This
be.
could be
considered.
heartbreaking for something though.
He's getting so close here.
Oh, that might help him.
Zekken a little closer.
Oh,
Mindfreak
it's
swats
all
it.
about timing.
Going
Yeah,
for
Mindfreak
this.
is so on top
It's
of
all
this.
on him.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
two.
nicely,
To
nicely
handle
done.
something
Big
was
round for
ready.
PRX. This is
Mindfreak
very
was
much
watching.
on.
It was
Sentinels
perfect.
have to do 1 more eco, 1 more low buy,
Another
and that gives
instance of
everyone a
Sentinels
chance from
looking for a
PRX
force
to
here
get
and
close
a
to their
pacey
odds.
hit.
It was a bold choice to buy here. They've been doing it a little bit. They did it yesterday or the day before. I can't remember.
Sentinels have to do a ton of work to dig him out of that position. I mean, the benefit being as well, there's only 1 person on that side, so they don't even really get a big upgrade from that. I think it was a Spectre that Forsaken brings into this.
Yeah.
A rifle could have been a very different situation.
Bucky again, yeah, it's so good on Raze, man. The left click is like really broken, and double satchel just means you can get close.
For Sentinels.
Any kind of gun where you can one-shot someone from like a little bit of distance in terms of not point blank is pretty much busted in an FPS game. Especially when you have movement abilities.
And you can see that Bucky flying on in. Zekken
See?
gonna just delete Forsaken. Huge
7 HP though.
impact.
Wasn't a
He's
great
still
example of it,
standing,
but still.
And that's all that matters.
That's a gun down.
That's gonna allow the plant a Bucky and a couple satchels, and they basically get to clear Forsaken. The pressure is under last time. As said,
Get
it's
a better
survival
plant
was
and
the
they
aggressive
heavy
part.
take heaven. Wait, this is really
Now,
good from
do they have
Sentinels,
the
especially as
patience
no one
to
from
stand the straight
PRX
takes?
actually went
You've
this
got a
way
ball,
last
yes,
time,
with
and maybe they
Tense. You've got
commed
that
that.
Bucky on a barely alive
That's
Zekken.
why they're
Stinger
taking so
on
much
Sassy
free
and a couple of
control over towards
classics.
heaven.
On the other side,
And does Divide just go
Rifles in
like
play.
really late?
Zekken might be played
And
in
Zekken
again
might
here.
get another kill here as well.
Might have another chance. Something though. Knows better. Thinks ahead. 1-for-1 trade out. Players still favorable.
Yeah, I mean,
towards
time's
Sen, still
so low
having
as well,
numbers in.
right?
Monyet
It
gonna take away
looks
10.
kinda-
Something looking to springboard back in. They've got to deal with CT here. They've got to try and clear him. There's so many players there though, and Sentinels digging their heels in.
No H.
Diffuse taken away.
Nicely done from John, yeah.
Against
There's
the
no
odds.
HPs on some of these players.
Beautiful work from Sentinels.
Really nice adjustment from Sentinels, and I wonder if that was who's this guy over towards heaven? And I can see PRX talking about it now. Who's the guy? Was it Zekken again? That was heaven in the when he got smoked off the round before this. I think he called the fact that no one rotated from heaven and that they could probably just take heaven.
With so many bodies stacked up and only Zekken with the Bucky.
That's nice if he called that. I would love to know comms on that.
Luckily, utility running things down and John QT finding two crucial.
It could be anyone that's dead as well watching it, to be fair. But that's like a nice on-the-fly adjustment, unless that's something that they had planned coming into this. Pretty cool. Really worked. They know that maybe they heavy retake over from Waterfall instead of Heaven.
Ton of space cleared and crucial information here.
But do they go back through? They're going to re-clear this. They've taken the space away again, but still.
And yet one away from an ult as well. Did he already? Ah, man. Too busy yapping. Didn't see if he's already picked up the orb. I guess he has.
Leave that space open for PRX, but
oh, this is a
outside it.
little bit scary.
PRX are here, and they are here in numbers.
4 people, and something's pushing, or at least creating pressure behind.
Lesser weapons. The scraps that they could gather, and look at this trap that's been set. Devi could do some damage here. He's only able to get one, and Sen just power on forward.
Nicely done from Zekken to move the crosshair away as well.
And the site is going to be theirs. Plants on the way.
Plants on the way. John gets ult as well for next rounds. In terms of the money and everything as well, Sentinels have really bounced back. Every kill kind of matters here. He wants to do damage. Something has enough for an op as well. But he's going to get an op into this.
Make sure no naughtiness comes into play, and the scoreline is close.
Yeah, 2 really good rounds for their econ. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Where did that? How is that even so big? There we go.
Operator back in hand now for something. Bladestorm out of the way. Showstopper available as
Got
well.
a lot of huge ults. PRX pretty much all in on this one. This one really matters.
Got a grasp now after swinging round 3. Decent buffer in terms of the finances as well with that round flip.
The wide pen.
Lockdown.
Okay, the big buy round, and this is what they do. Again, 4 people over towards A. They do like to do this. This time they haven't made as much sound, right? If you're John here, you know they're taking A control, but they didn't use too much util.
This time something going a little deeper actually. Well, much deeper.
Yeah, and this is something that the comp in terms of Sentinels comp struggles against, right? Reclearing this. So I like the idea in terms of punishing this comp.
You know, you're not going to be able to take on 5 of Sen flooding your site, but you've got to try and pick somewhere to hold on to. It looks like CT's
Do they get the good plant? Oh man, it's all up to Zekken to hit this shot, and that is the whole round falling apart. No plant, all invested.
What is going on? PRX looking lethal.
Yeah, they went for the risky plant, and for Jesus, what? It's nice. Look how many ults there are here. Tench does have ult. Maybe. Still 1v4 technically.
He's already onto this.
I was going to say, this is the best example of why I see a lot of people being like, why do no one plant for Mound anymore? And this is kind of why, right? Just from that angle over towards Heaven. It's unlucky, yeah. You have to be a bit readier for that. There was so many ults used into this round, it was giant from PRX as well. They got Viper ult out of them as well.
Off the first ping of the neural theft.
Razor,
this as well, Sassy just left out in the
Razor, Killjoy all, Omen all,
I'm not even sure when the
Viper all, 4.
Our Sentinels are thinking Sassy's going to be in a little pocket of that.
So yeah, it was big for their econ, and it was big in ult economy. I mean, that's the one round. Like if you're VOD reviewing, and we're like, where did this all kind of snowball out of control? That is the round. Because they could have, that goes a different way, and like it's not, Sentinels aren't wrong to do their, Sentinels aren't wrong to use all their ults there, right? Because obviously PRX, you win the round, they can't buy next, eco, you run away with it. So they're right to use all the ults, it's just the fact they added that extra risk of planting for Heaven and just only one person holding it. I mean, you've also got to say, well done to Devi, I think it was, or Forsaken, I can't remember, over towards Heaven.
It's working.
Real faith in.
There's so many good new cameras you can do over towards C. Like, we've even seen the one that's, like, out of the map that watches the plant only. Cypher got such a buff in the new the new thing.
There's a
And again, this is what I
cage,
wanted to talk
that's
about
it.
earlier. So you see this comp the Sentinels are running in terms of the Fnatic comp. It's so hard for them to clear this angle. You kind of have to use a Prowler, and a lot of times you don't want to use a Prowler just to clear this. So I like this from PRX. Means they can hold one person over towards A, and they can heavier stack something in terms of B. They really thought it was going to be a B. They had 3 people here and 2 kill trips.
This feels almost too easy. Where is this coming from?
Spams on the plant. Oh, they're kind of locked in.
The screws a little. Paranoia posted, but this plays in Mind Freak. If anyone pushes too far, not the case.
Still pretty good position for Sentinels. The only problem is it's not planted for the people over towards Mounds. And now it's a real issue because if this guy just sticks... Yeah, everyone's just got to play time here. And I think there's one molly on Monyet. Man, John QT really owned this, by the way. So massive Jules going over towards Mounds. But the thing that we kind of didn't see on here was... yeah, Snakebite went onto the... Yeah, onto the spike. And Monyet was low. So shout out to John here.
That felt awkward because everybody on site just folds here.
I think the comms from PRX could have been way better. Like, once they realized it was this plant, instead of pushing through door, I think they can most definitely just go, guys, we don't need to fight as heavy as we are. They're like fighting like it was a mound plant or something. Boasties, what's up, man? Yeah, that was a bad round from PRX. They really... And this timeout makes sense.
Statement made back from SEN that they feel like they've got to get a bit of grip back into this.
It just felt like a comms thing. Because obviously it was a nice Viper molly onto the spike to make sure that Monyet can't defuse because his HP was low, but gotta just hold for someone to just push them here. And even swings over towards site. At least they all messed up together, I guess, is one... Can't blame just one person on that. There was like 3 of them.
In the opening rounds here in the second half.
But is this the breaking point, right? Is this where SEN start taking over the game? Starting to feel it out a little bit more. Starting to read it well. And again, those unorthodox holds that PRX were depending on. I'm wondering if they go back to that or if this is one of the adjustments. That
Slim, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 11 months. Thank you. Can a full HP player defuse a Viper molly? Yes, with heavy armor. Is it 125 or is it 130?
Like I said, allowing Zekken to take all of this space for free.
Or is it 120?
We haven't seen Sentinels other than that round 3 dig a little deeper, pushing into.
Can't even remember what it is. You can survive it with heavy armor. I know that much. 120? Yeah, that sounds right.
Regardless, though, scope in hand for something. 2 Sheriffs, a Guardian, an SMG to round things out here for PRX.
Such a hard round to lose. Then go down to eco.
Kind of forced up purchase to an extent. Well, a half buy really. The B site completely absent of any resistance. So SEN going to take the space given to them, get themselves a plant.
Yeah, we've got to keep an eye on John here.
QT is becoming such a fun player
Not spotted
to watch. Now,
yet.
whether or not he gets away with much here is yet to be seen, but let's find out. Steps away, he does. Again, always a backline threat. Always that last line of defense as well. Exceptional at it. And this time, very tricky. Those lighter weapons to really find much bite here for PRX. Dealt with Zekken. Not going to let them close. Beautiful, clean, flawless round for Sentinels.
Man, that round. You know when I talked about earlier in like VOD review what round you look back at? Sentinels had that round where they used all 4 ults, and PRX had that round where the spike was down, and I mean technically if you paused it was a 5v3, I'm pretty sure. They both got those big rounds that cost them heavy.
Maybe PRX are leaning on these stacks. I don't know if that's full confirmation, because we have seen Forsaken holding down B previously, sitting behind this trip.
Okay, Byron goes in, and...
Bit of a switch up here. Maybe this is on the back of some utility being placed, but Forsaken and something over towards C here.
I like this from John. They haven't been using too much util anymore. Well, they've been slow walking here, so... Wants to try and get a little bit close, see if he can create pressure, but with the flash... He knows that he's noted, so he goes back. No op on this one for PRX.
Seeing this makes you feel like SEN have actually read that B is the gap.
This is nice. Question mark. Oh. Going on. Question mark over towards here. Fully covered. And then now they could potentially just leave one person spotting this. Shout out to John here. He puts up his smoke, creates pressure over towards A, so they have to keep people here. What a lovely shot, man.
played into motion.
I mean, Monyet was out as well here.
He didn't need to go back in until he'd maybe
Mind
come
Freak
out
has
that
a
blind.
flash that would own this.
And again,
Okay, now
Second
this
just
retake
played
is
it again. This
impossible
guy
after that
is
happens.
just
I think
massive.
this
It's
guy
not
needs to
just
not
his
play, and he
mechanical
needs to
abilities,
enable
the
his
team
2 players that are
playing him in
close there
time
with a
and time
flash.
again.
I think
Full
they,
faith in what he can do, and
yeah, I
rightly
think they
so.
went for a bit of a
It
hero
looks like
play there.
PRX are hitting a brick wall here, Mike.
2 rounds now where B has been their downfall. Pretty late on in the half. Need to
Yeah,
see a switch up here.
cracks are showing from PRX a little bit. It's still probably their best, still one of their better Lotus performances. Like it is getting, it is looking alright. But you can just see it's just a little mistakes creeping in.
Forsaken good for it.
Okay.
Very good for it.
All right. Well,
Oh. Wow.
I mean, Sentinels would take that all day. Money's
He was
out of
pretty good
control.
for it.
yeah.
And then everyone dies.
What's the money going to be like? I'm kind of interested if they can get a full purchase for PRX. Obviously,
I mean,
SEN are great. But
yeah, 3 people are going to be able to get a rifle here.
What do you reckon? It's
PRX.
trying to take the timing of the
Another
flash,
round where
the
Sentinels
of the
identified-
sky flash.
seemingly have identified the gap here, the weakness. Unfortunately, this is the round where, I mean, the previous round, sorry, is where we saw something in Forsaken looking to really.
How do you
try
feel
and
about
absorb
Yoru
all
on
these
this map?
seaside hits and
Doesn't really
put a
give you
little bit
too
of
much.
resistance on the way in.
Like, it's probably the worst out of all the duelists. The rotate potential is nice on defense. It's just more like on
yeah,
attack.
touch
What do I
earlier
get?
here. And SEN
Flash.
this time deciding to
The
go
TP
towards
into
that
this
A side.
corner.
First time we haven't seen
You
that
could probably
stack
make it alright.
in play.
It's a good agent anyway.
En's going to start investing in the smokes. One towards top side, CT. Clearing towards tree, it's pacey.
Oh, they
Sen-
fight
PRX
sight,
are here.
flash
Monyet
in.
is screwed. How is he alive that long? But second
Yeah, and you
again.
see what you can do with the
His
smoke at the
name's
top
constantly
there.
up in lights, and Tens wants in on the action. Demolishing PRX so
Shot.
far. Mind Freak though,
Spike
still with an
down A.
opportunity. 2v2.
Nicely done from
Making
Tens.
a 2v1. Tens just going around the world. Leaving it all
So
in for
massive
Forsaken and
1v1 for
Zelsis'
PRX
hands.
here.
Slides
Otherwise,
down
they're
the tree, though, so
probably
Forsaken
done.
resets it. Zelsis has to try and dig him out of this spot, Lauren.
How does he play at this time? It's good amount of time to play with here. 45 seconds. Zelsis takes a look close.
That's a turret.
Any of these corners could contain a threat. Forsaken getting interested now. Spike back in hand.
30
in 30
seconds
seconds. Zelsis really toying with the timing here.
Taken hold
Considering that
so
counter,
strong here.
That's maybe implying he lost track, but now springs the
I
trap.
see hander from Forsaken. Yeah, he
just plays it out
was
so
not
well.
biting the
Zelsis
fact that he
maybe
fought.
thinking he had
I
a
mean,
window
for him
there.
to actually
He
get out of there,
absolutely
spike over towards here, he would have had to got the
Must win
spike,
for
gone
PRX,
up, and
but
then
doesn't
rotate it
really
out.
solve
Like,
the financial issues.
he did,
We're struggling
he
here
played it
versus
very well.
Potentially the utility behind it, but a
Just played the
beautiful
numbers.
Red Bull clutch here for Forsaken. Patient, composed, forcing the hand of Zelsis. Chance here.
The Heretics
PRX
comp on
tying
this
things
map,
up.
I like their neon.
Showstopper on the
I
other
feel like
side
their
of
neon
Forsaken.
had good stuff. It's
Yeah,
the
it
double
does have
stun they
hits
do
as
to
well,
get
but
out
only
is
a
really
guard
cool, and
in
their
there.
double stun
Two
here is
bulldogs
really cool
around
as
the
well.
south talk about being a little concerning in terms of the economy here. That is the knock-on effect.
It's a lot of pressure, potentially on Monyet here, if they do continue along this pathing.
Look at the
If they lost
adaptations as
this,
well for PRX on the minimap. Completely
their
different
money is just
setups here.
fully gone. Raise
That early
all.
flash kind of indicated they might want to follow this sort of route.
Yeah,
so
and that's
again,
kind of why they
Sentinels
want to go
trying to
aggro.
Sassy.
keep PRX
Noted.
boxed in here, yeah.
Dog didn't see him.
Yeah.
Oh, the pop-
They still wins
Whoa,
that.
that's
How
the
does he
biggest
win those?
crouch of his life.
And now they
A
respond.
little
They
bit
go
bad for
towards
Sassy
A.
there.
You can see them trying to try and get towards the side. Oh, one on
Oh.
the other side. Who comes out?
Extra bit of util on top.
But the pivot. Look at where Sen are going.
Oh, wait.
Is here. TP back
We
again.
TP onto
Oh,
the
it's just breaking
site. We
ankles.
plant for
Ten can
tree.
plant, though. He's behind the wire. He's almost in enemy territory. He's banking on second to keep him
Yeah,
safe.
and
but
look
he
at this.
does.
Look at where
Does he
Zelsis
decide
is.
to reveal where that plant is yet? Smoke gonna go up. They're so close by.
This is mind games from Sen. The TP
Look,
coming through.
they're
from
pushing.
Tens, they're pushing the
Tens.
smoke.
There's two players. Tens. Stands.
Lovely tap of the
Gets
spike
through.
from him.
Oh,
Lovely,
Sentinels
lovely fake
playing
tap.
out of
They
their
played it
minds
very
here.
well. Intense, just TPing out over towards
kings of
safety. Didn't want to get
misdirection,
killed from the guy over towards B.
You can see
Rotating
the
in,
pressure building
that's
for
nice.
PRX. Question marks over Tens' whereabouts. No
Kind of all
one
came down to this
through.
duel.
And Sentinels just
Like if that
freeze
raise,
and cuts
that
out.
raise diff didn't happen, then
30 seconds left.
You can't even really fault PRX. They're still here for when the spike is tapped.
Yes.
You can see the confusion on the face of Device, almost like, what the hell's just happened?
Now they got
27 to
pretty much face the
14.
music on map 1 with very little to bring in. One
27
rifle
to
forsaken, the ult on
14?
something, but
Oh my
everything else
goodness.
is odds and ends. It's from the scrap.
Okay,
chore
2
in
chances,
the
close this
kitchen.
one
This
out.
is rough, but they're trying to
And
get
they
it
go
close
for
to.
the C
Maybe
split.
this is what PRX needed.
Nice.
Oh, just deathmatch, just a bloodbath. And it's still doubling down.
That was the duel as
Saucy
well.
holds him away. Device!
Nicely done, yeah.
Triple
So I should call it a
aggressive.
C
This
crunch, not a
team.
C split. You feel like it's
He's back.
the defense doing it. I mean the attack doing it.
it.
Nicely done. Yeah, so PRX just decided to change it up, just going double aggro in terms of the crunch over towards here. It's something they've used on a pistol before as well, so implement it into the buy round. One chance and is Kaplan getting involved?
And when you think it's over, they go again. When you think, oh, that's got to be it, they'll fall back, they'll play
Nice shots
safe.
from him.
No,
One enemy
they
remaining.
absolutely don't.
Beautifully done. The 11th hour of map 1 here.
Timeout.
Sentinels pump the brakes.
You can never count them out, can you, PRX? No matter the odds, no matter the buy, no matter the round, no matter anything, there is always a chance.
Yeah, it's like one of their worst
Sen still
maps.
sit at 12, Mike.
Literally
They pump the
proven
brakes
one of
here
their
all
worst
the
maps
time.
at the
They've
moment.
got the benefit now of obviously that previous comfort, I guess, across the last 4 or
They'll
5
get it
rounds
close.
where they're actually still in a position to purchase here. A couple of key ultimates available as well. The lockdown, in the hands of Zelsis, Sassy. So with the Nightfall, so you could argue a slight advantage here. The PRX aren't necessarily swimming in credits either.
No, no.
I mean, Monyette's going to be
Hence-
struggling. A Bulldog here in the hands of Forsaken.
Give you goosebumps
Oh.
this sort of round.
It's map 1, man.
This is map 1 of the best of 5. This is just ridiculous. OT or map 1 win. That's it.
Okay,
That's
A
it. We got
control.
ults, we got
In terms of the timeout though, I mean they have
purchase,
options here. They got
functional.
ults. Easily throw a fake with these 2 ults as well, or one of the ults, and one for after plant. Like there's some.
I want to go the distance, but
a
you
lot
know
of
what, this
option.
game, I'm happy whichever way it
Wait,
goes.
how does
but
it? How
now,
does this eye that lands here
Sen take
get
their
this
time. An
guy?
early test
Not
towards
this
save,
guy.
but no commitment and a look
Must have
back
landed
towards
on the
C, but
roof,
there's
I guess,
players
but-
up here.
Ten's looking to get a little weird here, potentially.
Yeah, so they want to do early control over towards A, and because this eye didn't hit this guy,
Paranoid. The ult this early as
they
well.
can actually hold 2 people here, and they have a cam.
Mind Freak
Well, this guy
falls
is
away.
so
No, it
committed
caught
now.
both, tell a lie. And no way did
He did
Monyette
great
win
to get a
that
kill,
fight.
but that is
Sassy
everything.
clearing
Sassy
out
with the most
He's
important
so
kill on that.
flatter.
I'm pretty sure, to be honest, John should get most of that. He
Sassy's
headshot him.
reading it. He's made
But it's
noise.
something out of anyone. Why is it this man who can absolutely turn rounds around? Gonna take down Zelsis. Sassy wanted to avenge, wasn't given
They've got
the
a camera
chance.
for the
It's a
retake.
3v3, and they're here now.
Oh,
They're
hang
ready
on.
for this. Forsaken in CT, joined by Device, still a flash, the dog, and all of the good stuff. Something closing the gap. Oh, and Forsaken just walks in, knocks down the door.
Dog goes
Pulls
in.
though. John QT.
Oh,
to Sassy.
the double
We see
stun.
both of them. Something. He's closing the gap. They're closing in, but the swing back. Sassy, John QT. They won the fight.
Oh my, nicely done. They get it to overtime. Holy.
This round. He's up. He's out of his
Nicely
chair.
done from something.
We are going OT.
What a way to kick this best
Yeah,
of
Forsaken
5
did
off
great to get that kill in heaven. I know he
Like I
got
said,
traded,
PRX
but...
in the 11th hour.
Oh, did they put a flash?
Couple of
Wait, how did the flash come around from there?
beautifully constructed rounds.
Oh, he was
Never
turning the
down,
flash?
Never out. There is something.
Wait, there was
about
something with the
inside
flash there
PRX.
that I missed as well.
Sen looked teed up. They started to get that run building. They started to get that read. They were in this. It was looking like Sen were going to tip that scale. That start was excellent. And then the
Okay,
flank from something.
what do we got the
We're in
Odin out,
OT.
that's the only thing.
Of course we are. Map 1, by the way. Just a reminder, if you're just tuning in, where have you been? But now I don't know where this goes. This is completely just, you know, OT is its own creature itself.
Sure, Zakin knocking on the door at 30 now.
Oh, he's
Yeah, he's been
having a
popping.
big start.
Beautiful map, yeah, and something really, really bubbling up the last few rounds. Sentinels back on the defense now.
Hey, but Tens has been no slouch either. Keep in mind, he's been Again,
Oh, I
more
like that
warmers
for
throughout
early
this game.
control. Smoke the block. They've been doing this
Early
default a
glance
lot, but I
towards
don't know
that
if they've been
C
doing the
side.
camera, and it's the first time I noticed it.
Response.
But smoke blocks vision, and then they cameraed out here. Get info that no one's close. So you
the fake
fully
spike?
cleared all
A
the C.
trademark
In
position
a
here.
3-person stack now.
PRX with 3 outside B, going to try and explore with the spy cam.
Dude, they're using the cam to check both.
Leapfrogging.
That's sick. C control and then B control.
They get that trip down
15-second
outside
pickup.
B.
It is strong.
It was a late round piece. It's something here to try and destroy some of this utility and pull the rotation of Sen once again.
Aggro trip as well to
Almost
see if they
managed it.
actually
Zelsis-
push and clear this one
A
back.
little bit of damage, but no
This
confirmation
is
of
nice
anybody
from
else
Paper
here,
X at
and
the
Sentinels
moment.
still
You're a madman.
with 2 players
You're
up
an
on this
absolute
side.
madman.
It's only John
Tried to
QT.
take timing with the, what is it, 8 seconds now on the door?
Zek in here, the heavy hitters, the big 2, the 1-2 punch, the Sentinels, and there they go, lining up the kill feed. You just don't want to face them right now.
Okay, nicely handled from Sentinels. Yeah. And, I mean, they held strong. They had this stack for a long time. And kind of like a thing that we missed as well was there was a Prowler. Even though they defaulted well, like pretty much across the whole map, they prowled over towards B to just clear all the info as well. So, and with that kill on A,
This kill is
it just meant that they could have
outrageous
3 people here for sure.
God damn.
Yeah, that was
God
good.
damn.
Yeah, Sassy
So
deserves
good.
a little bit of a shout out. This Prowler that cleared all of
I mean,
this,
again, I
aggro over
guess the
towards
MO there
B,
from Sentinels is just stop
meant that the
rotating,
earlier
'cause we
rotate
saw
could
it
come in.
Yeah.
Really
as well.
punish them a few times
Right?
on the regulation.
Okay, Sentinels, another chance at it.
No 4-1 stack here this time either, so another adjustment from PaperX. We saw them struggle on this side a little more. What do they do with it now? Sen taking an air of caution. Rightly so. It's
3
PaperX
people.
on
They
the other
clear all
side.
at A.
That 3-play stack is
Normally you would
John
leave one
QT.
here, but it's
Are you ready
Paper
for what's
X,
around
so
that
they
corner?
3-person
Deep flash.
aggro, even though they
Notes in,
don't
but
have
there's
a
nowhere.
dog
That's
to
gonna
help
pull
them
back
go all the way
wise.
out.
It's a fight in spawn once again. The round that nearly kept PaperX alive. Tens quantify 1
Yeah, and
second.
Sentinel's just on
Again,
top of it.
the headliners
John calls him over,
unable
just
to
like,
stop
well,
succeeding.
guys can
Now
come.
going towards where they
Come
lead.
swing on
Where
my
do
contact
Sentinels
here.
take this?
Who's literally called everyone back.
You've got the paranoia to work with. Still 2 trips. Forsaken alive and kicking on B side. So the benefit of this utility is still here. How much of it gets removed here actually from
Mind Freak
The
needs
The
to...
TP is obscene. He let... Oh, he let it go! Do not let second pass! You've got to know better! The man's a mechanical
This guy gets
monster,
traded
and
no
that
matter
is
what,
justified.
yeah. This is
The
it.
pace, the music. Map 1. On the line here.
God, second, how on earth did he get that kill?
Sentinels. Looking large and in
Yo, this was
charge
still
in
one of the
OT.
best... One of the best I've
Time,
seen Paper
singing
X's
their song.
Lotus looked.
How much
I know
can
there
you
was
do
like,
here?
what, 3 rounds with
Zelsi,
like 3 big
second,
mistakes that cost
John
them, but
QT,
still
Zelsis
impressive.
Waiting
It's getting better.
for that pixel to show that player to swing. And it looks like Zelsis will be the first to spot it. The follow-up knocking out.
Hey, sick. I mean, Zekken deserves a huge shout-out. Gets 30 as well here.
Beautiful performance.
Yeah, and that was meant to be one of the most one-sided maps as well. So...
like that to kick off a best of